What's up, everybody? Bike Builder Bear in the house. I've just switched my bike to a Nibby carburetor. Woo! And I'm doing things the hard way because I keep finding contradicting information everywhere. I bought my Nibby 26mm with the bolt-on flange, and I just bolted it up out of the box the way it is. So far, starts fine, runs okay. It already has a little more pep, but I think I might need to change the main jet out and tune it a little bit because it takes off in first and second really good. It jumps a little bit in the beginning of third, but then fourth, as soon as you hit fourth, it just goes. But the spark plug shows that it's running lean. So, and I've never worked with a Nibby carburetor before, so it's gonna be all new to me. I'm gonna ask my buddy Mike. He's got lots of experience tuning carburetors. I'm gonna ask him to come over and ganja him up and try to get it set in. And if you guys out there have any recommendations, I'm at sea level in Southern. What's up, everybody? This is Bike Builder Bear from the future. What this asshole doesn't know is that while putting on the Nibby carburetor, he wasn't paying attention. And if you mount this up to one of these adapters for the Mikuni, or they're a very common adapter, the ZL 56-2, it will sit like that to where it won't get a proper seal. It'll run, but you won't get a proper seal. And you could put a metal flange, you could try a gasket. There's even a plastic spacer that goes, that could be purchased. But really what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to slot these holes down to where you can drop the carburetor down a little bit and get it to match up. You want at least the top and bottom to where basically this depresses the whole gasket. Otherwise it's a little like that. You want it to be even. So it doesn't take much. But take a drill bit and go back and forth. If you got a machining drill bit, they sell them out there. Be careful. I mean, they'll eat through this aluminum really fast. Then after you get it straight, snug it on, and then if you have machining die, you can die this, bolt that up, take a long needle, if you got one of those pick sets, like toothpick sets that you have the metal ends that you get at Harbor Freight, you can get the straight one and carefully get in there and score the inside, because there's a big lip, and that eats performance right there. Just like you can see that light little ring, that's how much over I worked the head when I did my valves and I didn't do my valves. When I did my cam, I ported out the ports that go to the inlet and the outtake, and you can see there's a big difference. And so before I put this on today, I'm going to get out the tools and I'm going to open this up, open that up, and then I'm even going to sandblast through the center, because you can open up the center of this with emery cloth and stuff like that. But with my check this out. With my handmade little sandblaster, I can get in there and open that up real nice, real smooth, and even clean up some of the machining from when I grind the inside of that. So back to the other Bike Builder Bear. Here's a little tip for working on one of these. That way you can, so you can lock it down and get in there without holding something in a power tool and without putting it in a vise. Don't ever put something like this in a vise if you can't. If it doesn't have like rubber or wood, and still be careful, because a lot of this stuff wants to fracture, and then you're done. You're buying a whole new part. So, you know, here's, you know, the way that you do it is a couple of wood screws with washers. Right there. And now you could drill on it, you could grind it, you can mess with it, and you can even flip it around the other way. You could, it's just, you got it right there. And you don't got to worry about shattering it or messing it up. If you're drilling on it, it's stable. And, you know, sea level in Southern California, here, Oxnard, California. So if anybody got any recommendations, you know, please comment. That'd be greatly appreciated. But I'm going to do a giveaway on my channel through my Facebook and through my channel here. This carburetor is the VM22 that I had on here, and to me it seemed to be tuned pretty darn well. I feel that there's more performance to get out of the bike, but I don't think I was getting anything out of here better. With this carburetor on that bike, flat ground, no wind, doing 60, 63 miles an hour down a hill, 68 is what I was topping out. I know I've ridden motorcycles, I've messed with motors. I know that this motor could do more. I know it could get up through gear faster, and I know that I could reach more. I know I could push that red line a little more. Ever since I put the cam in it, I haven't done any electronics, but ever since I put the cam in it and the cam's broken in, I've noticed that it's got a faster coil loop. It went from bam 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 to ba 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 ba, and that's with this carburetor. So I'm going to be giving this carburetor, and I'm going to give this carburetor to someone that's humble, someone that's poor, and you have to, you know, tell me your story and make me laugh. And I will give you this carburetor with the air filter for free. All you got to do is pay for shipping. Okay, because if you live in Alaska, I'm not paying $50, $60 for shipping. I don't know how much it costs. I'm just saying. But I will give you this carburetor the way it's set to where you can put it on. So any of you guys out there that are running the stock carburetor, that are watching my videos, and you just can't seem to get the money, you know, go to my Facebook, you know, Bike Builder Bear, Brandon Steele, Steele, on Facebook, I'm pretty sure. If not, I'm going to put it up here anyways. Put a text of my Facebook and my Instagram. I prefer Facebook. But tell me your humbling story, you know what I mean? You know, tell me why this would help you. Try to make me laugh. And I will give it about 30 days at the most. And then I will give this away. And I will reach out to you and, you know, set it up to where you just pay for shipping. I will send you a picture of the shipping cost and everything to where you know you're not getting ripped off. I'm not trying to make money on this. This is a humble giveaway because I want to help promote, you know, these bikes and stuff. And then also some of my plastics are coming apart and breaking at the mounting points, and it's not because I'm putting them on wrong. It's just because when you're having fun and you're on that thing, some of that plastic seems to be breaking. Also, when you fall practicing wheelies, it can do stuff like that too. But I'm gonna blame it on something else. You know. But anyways, I'm also going to be starting to. I'm gonna make some mounting gussets, and I'm gonna use carbon fiber to cover areas that the plastics bolt on. I'm going to make a bigger plate out of carbon fiber and get some, you know, Teflon washers and some nice hardware that looks really good. I'm going to do something like that and start trying to sell those maybe online too for a good price. But they're going to be costly because this stuff ain't cheap. But anyways, so Facebook, Instagram, you can leave messages on here, but you're gonna have to get a hold of me on Instagram anyways, or Facebook anyways, because I don't want to trade your information on the internet. I don't want anybody getting doxxed. And in the future, I will put out, when I get together with Mike and finer tune that carburetor, I will put out what the pilot jet, the main, or what the both jets are, the needle position, what I've ended up with the needle position, and I will put my top speeds and my varied top speed from gear to gear. Because the way that it's set up already, I already grabbed like I was doing 40 miles an hour out of second gear, easy, when I'd be doing a little less. It just seemed peppy right away, but then second gear got distorted right in the beginning. I mean, third gear got distorted right in the beginning, and fourth gear just wasn't running right. So it does need to be tuned, but I do gotta say, right out of the box, I can tell that it's getting a lot more fuel and air. And the reason why is because of the diameter of the whole slide and the intake here. There's only so big that you could go here, but when you open the mouth, you make a trumpet. You're funneling it in, and when this area with the jets and everything is larger, because if you look here, this one, it's actually larger on this side than it is over here. It bigger way. Like even if you look down this carburetor and then you look down that carburetor, it goes big. And then I'll show probably right here some footage of the flange, the flange right here. If you see, it steps in. There's a step. There's a point where it goes from the carburetor step down to the intake. And that step down right there, that right there will puddle fuel and create, like, not only will it disturb the air and make you lose horsepower, but it will also it'll do all kinds of funny things, like like I said, puddle. You'll get a drop of fuel that'll build up right there, and right when it masses, it'll get sucked down in, and you'll get a bang, and you'll notice it. So on that intake, I'm gonna die grind that thing all the way down to where it's a smooth entry from the Nibby in, and that's what this one of the disadvantages of the VM carburetor. And this is a real Mikuni. This isn't a clone Mikuni. This is a real Mikuni. It is, it's just the size. The size makes the prize. You know what I mean? And then the only thing that beats that is there's no replacement for displacement. Like you can stick this carburetor on a 212 and it'll run good. But then you run that carburetor on the 212 and it'll run better, because it's taking a whole mass of air that's above this, and it's not just forcing more fuel through a little pinhole and trying to suck enough air. No, you're getting more molecules per air per volume per psi every pull of the engine, every stroke of intake. It's getting a lot more. Even though there's a pinch point down in the manifold, your opening port is a lot larger. And then when I do die grind that piece out, I'm going to die grind both sides, and then I'm going to die grind the head in more, because I did some work on the head and ported the head out some, but I'm going to pour it out even more to where it's an even flow. And that's what you want. You want from carburetor all the way to that back of the valve as smooth as a port as possible. And it doesn't have to look good. Like you don't have to make it look like a machined finish. You just got to get it smooth to where the air goes through the angles and the crevasses without steps. Once you get steps, you get turbulated air, and it messes up your tune, and it messes up the way things work at different rates of suck. So that being said, message me if you're interested in this carburetor. Tell me your humbling, funny story. Try to make me laugh. If I'm not seeing too many responses and I get 1 or 2 responses, then I'll probably pick a person in a week and shoot it out to them. If I get a bunch of responses, it's probably going to take me up to a month, and I will make a video and announce that, you know, who won and everything, and shoot it out there. And I hope you guys appreciate this. Please like, please subscribe. God bless. Be careful out there. If you want to learn how to really do this stuff, work on Harleys, you know what I mean? Get in the mind. Watch some Cruisy's originals. This is the real deal Holyfield. These are good guys right here. Everything I think I know, you know what I mean? Ain't shit compared to what they know. But this is the quality that I aspire to hold, is that type of quality. So anyways, God bless. Good luck.